how those trade talks go is really going to drive the market. We're already seeing more than 2/3 of the companies who have announced profits have beat expectations. And so last quarter, when we saw the markets declining, we generally saw, as you may recall, the prices dropped in mass. And as many of your viewers know, December was the second worst December we had since 1928. Yeah. Well, now we have the second best post-Christmas period since 1920.
I mean, it's hard to get your head around this kind of whipsaw in the market.
Right.
I mean, absolute collapse in December. Everything's going dead.
Right.
Recession. Now everything's fine.
Yeah.
I don't understand the turnaround. Maybe you do.
Well, I don't know if any of us truly understands, but I think what happened was people anticipated a profit deceleration, and now as earnings came out, we see that the market's overreacted, and I think it's nothing more than that. Prices are off 5 to 8% on most of the large cap indices. They're off around 13% on small cap. We still see opportunity in U.S. small caps, and internationally, we think the markets have overreacted, and we see good opportunity there.
You know, that was a theme really for the last couple of years. It kind of faded at the end of last year, which is small over big.
Right.
And we're talking every day about Brexit. We're talking every day about the EU slowdown. We're talking every day about China trade.
Right.
Right? Is that why we need to think more about domestically focused U.S. small caps that I'm not going to say don't care about a trade deal, but if 100% of their revenue is the United States, they're more exposed to us.
Right. And that's absolutely right. And that's why last year the markets soared. I mean, they soared up until the fourth quarter, and they're still down around 15% from their 2018 highs. But still, even so, there are little pockets of opportunities internationally. So little entrepreneurial companies in the UK and throughout Europe and even in Asia, there are great opportunities right now that prices have been beat down, and we think they're good value.
If my mind from like fourth grade serves me right, I think there's 7 continents. Is that right?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, here we go. We don't talk about Antarctica. Not a lot of companies based there. I would say second to that in getting the least attention, with the exception of all the Venezuelan news that's going on, is Latin America. We rarely now talk about Latin America. Well, you think there's opportunity?
Well, they're up 16% month to date, or year to date, so 16+%. So the only category that's beaten U.S. small caps year to date is the Latin American market, and there are little pockets. Most of it's in Chile, but there's still opportunity throughout that region.
Yeah. And how do you do that? Is that through an ETF? Or are you just literally are you changing the makeup of some of the entrepreneur shares to focus more on that? What's the best way to invest around?
Well, actually, we're at closing bell today. I don't know if you knew that, but we're at closing bell today for our new ETF, which we actually...
You're ringing the closing bell today.
Today
Shame on me for not knowing that. The Bezos news kind of got my... Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
You're going to go down and see Wilfred and Sarah? Just say hi, throw some stuff at them? Hey, Wilf!
So it's a non-U.S. small cap ETF, and it's based on the same principles that we look at globally. The markets, there was no market that was beat up more in 2018 than non-U.S. small cap. And so what we've done is we found little opportunities. I mean, some of these stocks are up already 50, 60%. Year to date.
And the Venezuela stuff, which we've covered and we'll talk more about today, that is not bothering. It's not scaring you off. You think Venezuela, as bad as it is just its own story.
Well, there are stories like that in that region, but they're not publicly traded companies that we're buying. So I mean, you've got Nicaragua next door, and you've got a few other companies.